This is another episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. It's stand-up comedy time. I have found a show from 1984. I'm going to share some short bits of comedy with you. Closing the show, our headliner was a terrific comic magician out of Los Angeles, California, Mark Kornhauser. Now, I'm only going to do a little bit of his material and a couple of his tricks because, quite frankly, magic doesn't work on a podcast. But hey, I think it would be fun for you, and I'll explain more later. In the featured position, also out of L.A., a regular at the Ice House and one of the comedy writers for Joan Rivers, a little bit of comedy by Carfi. But hey, let's jump into it. All right? Stand-up comedy by a very funny young guy. He was out of the San Francisco Bay Area. He was a regular at the Holy City Zoo and the other cafe. But more interesting, he was the annual host of San Francisco's famous Erotic Ball. That's right. In fact, we booked him as the only stripping comic. And he did not have the body for it, thus the humor. But anyway, I have a little bit of comedy and music from our first act. So let's jump into this strange show with Mark Kornhauser, Carfi, and right now, some comedy by Perry Kurtz.
Well, I want to get started by finding out about you. I want to ask you some questions, and what I need is a response from you. So what I want you to do to respond, because I can't see you, all you have to do to respond to any of these questions is groan. All right, we'll have a practice groan. On the count of three, everybody groan as hard and as long as you can, okay? 1, 2, 3. All right, this guy over here real relieved already. Good. First question, how many people are seeing me tonight for the first time? You're supposed to groan. It's okay, I'm used to that reaction by now. And how many have seen me before? And they're real pissed about it, okay. Some people didn't make any noise, so we'll simplify it. How many people are here tonight? Yeah. How many don't know? And how many just don't give a shit at this point? Okay. All right. How many people in the past week have had sex? Okay, it's nice the way the couples looked at each other first. One lady over here hiding her face. Evidently, she didn't have any. She's real upset. All right, and how many had sex with somebody else? Okay, the two guys in the center here. All right, good to have you guys. You guys aren't gay, are you? No, you sure? Because if you are, when you leave, we're going to boil the chairs just to be safe. Right? Just to make sure. Well, you know, in San Francisco, we've got a lot of those guys that are extremely happy. All right, thrilled to death. Okay, festive son of a bitches, you know what I'm talking about? And I'm not putting them down, but I think they just opened up a new store down on Castro Street. I'm not sure, but I think it's a gay basketball and donut store. It's called the Butt Slam and Dunk Shop. Too much to believe, just too much to believe. Oh boy. This is nice, a lot of good looking people here tonight. And a couple ugly suckers. Nice that you sat as a group, though. We appreciate that. That's real nice. A lot of pretty ladies. I can always count on that up here. Sacramento, you got some beautiful women. Beautiful women. And some ugly fucking guys in the back. Good to have you guys. Sounds like we got mongoloids on acid back there. Man vomiting on himself. Lots of fun. Well, let's see what's going on in the news. Well, the biggest thing today is, I guess you heard the shuttle finally came down after a long mission up there, and they said they're still having problems with the space shuttle, and it seems a major problem they have when they land is that the ceramic tiles seem to keep falling off. So I figured the same guy that built the space shuttle built my bathroom. The only couple people here use the bathroom and know what I'm talking about. You see the ceramic tiles in the bathroom, they fall off. For those of you that have this problem, I found a great solution for this. Gleam toothpaste. One drop, stuck those suckers right up on the wall, they don't fall down again. Thing I noticed yesterday, I don't know if you saw this on the news, they had some video coverage of the guys up in Space Lab. And there was a scene where the guy picked up a piece of paper, and he lifted it up, and he just left it in the air, and it stayed there. Because there's no gravity in space, you know, so things don't move, you know. Also, if you throw something, it'll just keep going forever. So I was wondering, while these guys are up in space, what happens if somebody sneezes? Do they, like, spin around in circles? And what's even worse, what happens if they should ever have sex in space? They're going to have to strap people together. Because you give one thrust and you're across the cabin, you know? Things I think about. New stuff, not particularly funny yet. But thanks for laughing at the potential. Please tip your waitresses because drugs are expensive for everybody. I got some other facts for you, things you probably didn't know. I've just learned recently that parking meters are designed to speed up in the last 5 minutes. It's true. Killing turkeys causes winter. Ronald Reagan is descended from royalty. His father was a queen. They knew Jesus was Jewish because he was 33 years old, he lived at home, and his mother thought he was God. And Anita Bryant hates homosexuals because when she was in kindergarten, 3 gay boys tied her up naked and gang rejected her. It's all true, I swear. Not making any of this shit up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a blues song because I have some real bluesy music I found. And I'm going to make it up on your suggestion. I don't know what the song's going to be about. You're going to give me it. So what I need is a suggestion from you. What gives you the blues about life? Take your time. Crime? Oh, you're not a criminal, are you?
Job Corps.
The Job Corps and crime, kind of the same thing, isn't it? Kind of close. Well, we'll take those 2 suggestions, put them together. Who knows what we'll come up with. So if you're ready, just hit the tape and let's see what happens. I said, now sucker, tell me what gives you the blues. And the man sitting in the front row with the tie on says, I got the Job Corps blues. It seems there's a bunch of guys there in the back. They want a job, you know, they want to crack. They're sick of crime, they want to get off of the streets. They want to run away, but they're tired of using their feet. I got the Job Corps crime blues tonight. Got the crime blues tonight, make them feel alright tonight. Take it, girl. Well, we all want to get a job and to get our money home. We want to get some money so we don't go home alone. We all want to get paid, and then comes the weekend, we hope that we can get laid. It's a crime when you can't get a job. If you don't got no work, you got no bucks, you feel like a slob. I got the Job Corps blues, got 'em here tonight. Got a guy from the band right here on my right. He said, what gives you blues? He says the crime does tickle me. Well, these guys in the back, they got the Job Corps disease. Diddle-a-doo, diddle-a-doo, bow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, that was Perry Kurtz. He was a little bit on the strange side. He was this kind of short, not very good looking guy, but boy, he liked talking sex and putting himself out there. He was quite the little dancer. Anyway, I didn't share it on the podcast because you can't tell through listening, but he does a little strip tease at the end of his show. Pretty funny stuff for the live audience. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Hey, coming up right now, a stand-up comic out of Los Angeles. He had worked clubs all over the country, did a lot of comedy writing, submitted jokes to The Tonight Show. He did some writing directly for Joan Rivers, and regular at the Ice House and other clubs down in Southern California. Let's have a little comedy from John Carfi.
Single ladies in the audience? Why do single ladies do this? Now, there's a lot of people dating and stuff, I'm sure. Single ladies, you go over their apartment or their house or something, they always do this to us guys. They don't think about us. They always put about 4 or 5 inches of this woollen material like a cover in the back of the toilet bowl seat. Makes it impossible for us guys to keep the damn seat up. Which is very torturous for us, and what do we wind up doing? Is one of these. Very torturous. We're peeing, spelling Zora on the bathroom wall, killing several hundred houseplants. Then they come in a half hour later. Where'd the rust come from in here? This is weird. I think what it is, see, ladies are spoiled. Ladies have it made. They go into a ladies' room. They have their own private little booth. Usually they go together anyways. Why do women do that? See, they don't even know. We don't know this. But I have a feeling they're in there together going, okay, a little to the left, Susan. Okay, right there, that's good. For us guys, we have to do something very embarrassing when we have to go to the bathroom. We have to go up to a urinal up against the wall in a club like this. Urinal, another one lined up an inch away on this side. A urinal on this side, a urinal over there. There's like 6 or 8 of these urinals lined up. We have to go wee-wee. Padiddle. We got a whizzo. We have to go, we gotta take a piss with a person next to us we've never even met. We're like cattle. And you can't talk to the guy next to you because there could be a tragedy. What? You got guys behind you wanting to use the same urinal. Come on, asshole, I have 42 beers! And you're up there going, no, come on, don't fail me now, work. Baseball. I hate when you get a guy who's in there taller than you. This is a little embarrassing. I'll be the tall guy for once. My big chance to be a tall guy. I say some dumb things. This is a dumb thing. You ever hear this? This is silly. Stupid things people say. We all do this once in a while. You ever go over someone's house, like Manson, uninvited? And he comes to the door and you say, I come to the door and he's like, you say, hey, Manson, good to see you. Come on inside, but don't look at the inside of the house. It's a mess. You ever hear people say that? Don't look at the inside of the house. It's a mess. Sure, asshole. Now what do I do? Where's your wife? There she is. How you doing? Hey. You ever have someone come over your house and say this? This is really dumb. John, do you have a bathroom? No, we poo-poo in a little brown box with the cat. He's out. Go ahead. Use it. Women make up excuses when guys want to make love. Dumb excuses. But don't get mad, girls. Ready, weather time. We're even dumber because we believe these excuses. Honey, want to have sex? I can't, I'm not fast. I'll go watch the game, thanks. Dumb excuse. I was dating a girl that used to do something very stupid. This is, I don't know why, a lot of women do this. Guys even do it sometimes. Like, well, you're in the car, she's driving, you're sitting in the passenger section, lock the door. To be robbed or something. Lock that door. Hurry up, lock it. Could be driving like 80 miles an hour on the Lock that door. I'm thinking, Susan, there's no one this athletic. Open the window, lady. Come on, I can run all day. You only got a half a tank of gas. And women shop a lot. This is another thing that's kind of a silly thing for us guys to understand. Women have to shop. They do. My old girlfriend always had a saying, when the going gets tough, the tough go shopping. She's always shopping. She has to go. Even if they don't have money or anything, they have to go. Let's go shopping. Middle of the day, no matter what time, let's go shopping. You're in the store and it's like, look. Oh, look at that. Oh, I want that. I want that. I want the whole fucking mall. It's like when they're little babies, it's in their genes. The first thing that comes out of their mouth, they're like, go shopping. Credit? And of course the guy, bankruptcy. Women have to go. They have, I'm living in LA now. They have a lot of weird things. Do they have a 4-way stop sign out here? You pull up to the corner, like 4-way, and there's 4 stop signs? It's so stupid. People, I always go up there, people are always like, sitting at the light, at the stop sign going, hold on. You're all going, what? Everybody's like playing a fucking game for a half an hour here. And I figured it out. If I pull up, by law, the guy on the right has the right of way. He gets to go. The guy on the right of him, though, has the right of way, technically. He gets to go. And the guy on the right of him, technically, legally has the right of way, so he gets to go. And the guy on the right of him, which is me, I get to go. I'm the guy. Then I thought, I feel bad for the guy on the left because the guy on the left never gets to go. Bob, you're late for work. I had never been here. I was the guy on the left. I didn't make a U-turn. I've been here for a fucking week. Boy, is he pissed. So he sees me, and he cuts me off to the side of the road.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was John Carfi out of Los Angeles, California, where he was a stand-up comedy and a comedy writer. In fact, I believe he ended up making most of his career money as a writer versus being a performer. And it was fun to have him at the club back in the day. All right, it's time for our headliner. As I mentioned, I'm only going to share a little bit of his material. Why? Because he was a comic magician. His name was Mark Kornhauser. He was a very successful comic magician, did a lot of TV, worked clubs all over the country. And in this particular case, I'm going to share a little bit of his comedy patter and 2 of his tricks. One where everyone's seen it. You put a bottle of wine into a brown paper bag and then poof, it disappears. And then, but he has a funny presentation. And then he does a little juggling that I'm going to share. And I know you can't really see it, but we've all seen a juggler, so I'm assuming you can imagine what's happening. And what's funny about the juggling bit is that there's 4 balls, but they're all tied together with a string. So not really juggling and not really magical. Irregardless, here's a little bit of comedy and magic from the headliner of this 1984 show, Mark Kornhauser.
We hope you tell your friends and send them in. We have a very special treat starting tomorrow night, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Our featured act will be a gentleman by the name of Bill Maher. And if you guys dash right home, he's going to be on the Carson Show tonight, mentioning Laughs Unlimited, we hope. But he will be on Carson tonight for sure. And if you want to see him and check him out, come back in this week and it'll be a whole different show because Bill Maher will be here. And then these guys will adjust their show a little bit and it'll be great, like a whole different show. Coming up to the stage, ladies and gentlemen, our featured act tonight, a very talented gentleman. He has been here before. This is his second time here. We're sorry to say he is leaving us after tonight, but I think you will enjoy his set very, very much. He's a very funny gentleman. He's a comic and a magician. He was just recently, as I mentioned before, up at Harrah's Reno, where he opened for Tony Orlando. He's done a lot of television, a lot of cable shows. He's writing some of his own shows, and he's just finished touring the country with Sha Na Na. Ladies and gentlemen, a very nice round of applause. Our featured act tonight and special guest, Mark Kornhauser, right here. Mark Kornhauser.
Hi, nice to be here. Well, this is a nice club. Actually, it's one of my favorite clubs, I would say. Before I worked in nice clubs like this, you know, we worked in some pretty sleazy clubs. And before sleazy clubs, used to work at children's birthday parties. And before children's birthday parties, used to work at sleazy children's birthday parties. So we got a lot of Italians here today. Is this a big Italian crowd? Or yeah, Italian? You're not Italian. You're half. You're half Italian and half what? Chinese? So does that make you a Chinalian? Or, wait a minute, a Chinalian or an Italianese? Or something. Really? You're, what's your last name? Dalala? That's the Italian name, right? Does it sound sort of Chinese? You know? What's your first name? Lisa? Lisa Dalala? No kidding, that's great. Because you've got like Oriental eyes, sort of. And you look like you drink a lot. So that would settle it. Well, my ex-wife was Italian, a beautiful girl. Had a big nose. Really a big nose. Boy. A big nose. They don't watch TV in Sacramento? Or, how big was it? Well, funny you should ask. Had its own heart and lungs. That's how big. This was her favorite trick. This was an Italian magic trick. Instead of some Italian luggage here, I had the whole set at home. You know, the big one, the long one. Inside, a bottle of Italian Chianti. Bottle of Chianti goes in a bag like this. Now comes a few magic Italian words. Wappa, wappa, wappa. The bottle, she's gone. A few more magic Italian words. Wappa, wappa, and the bottle, she's back again. How about that, huh? Italians kind of like this. Try it on your friends. Wappa she gone. Never mind, I don't got to do this kind of stuff. I can do other things. So, well, okay, you can do a little magic, you can tell a few jokes, but the real question is, can he juggle? 4 genuine rubber balls as used by actual children throughout the world. Drum roll, please. It's for about 3 people. I don't know why I do that. Okay. Hey, up, hey, oh, up. Training balls, huh? A retail salesperson. Why does everybody who has a little shit job try to... What do you do, George? What do you sell? George? There's lights in my eyes, but I sense the vibe coming up here of something ugly. You work at cash register. What store? Or just like on the street, or what are you doing? Freelance cashier? Or you're a cashier at a retail store.
At Job Corps.
At Job Corps. I'm not sure what you're talking about, George, but I wouldn't quit that job if you've got one already. I don't think there are a lot more available just like the one you've got. Hold on to the job, all right? I'm sure you're very good at it, George. I'm not trying to impugn your intelligence or your dignity, but I don't know what you're talking about, so... No, what are you? I'm curious. Half Japanese, half American. Japanicam. Well, that's something you can buy at the grocery store. Well, I think I've offended about 400 million people this evening. Okay, so, and what do you do for, I forgot your name, Brad. Yeah, what do you do for a living, Brad?
I wait tables and I a retail salesman.
Wouldn't you know it, the mulatto is a combination of these two. Isn't that nice how that worked out? That's interesting. Now I suspect he's a transvestite as well, because that would make sense somehow. It would fit into the scheme, but probably not. You wait tables in your retail cash person as well.
Well, new... I don't cashier that much, but I'm a retail. All right, Miller's Outpost, Sunrise.
I hate to say it, but Miller's Outpost that sells blue jeans got a much better response than Vince's. You know? There are no rich people here. I see. Yeah, these people will be coming on to Vince's real soon. Yeah. All right, well, let's try this. A little experiment in mind reading here. Working with limited facilities.
I'll remember that.
All right, we'll begin back here. George, with George, all right. Doesn't look good when a mind reader can't remember a name, does it? George, I really can't see very well because the lights are right in my... No, it's okay. You're wearing a hunting jacket, aren't you, or something? It's a sweat jacket. Oh, but it's that hunting, you know, so that no deer shooter will accidentally shoot you tonight. It's a good idea. Okay, George, do you have some favorite food that you get a real good clear picture of in your mind? Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Didn't hear him say yeah. All right, I want you to concentrate on the food, okay, George, because I'm going to write my prediction on this pad of paper here. Okay, just concentrate on the food itself. Get a good clear picture. Almost seem to smell the food. I think I have it. I've written my prediction on this sheet of paper. I'll fold it up. I'll place it over here, out of harm's way. Now, for the first time, George, will you announce to everybody the name of that food? Pizza. Pizza, that's correct. Okay. What's the name? Because the connection with the wife. I can't, a little Freudian thing. The word bitch keeps coming in. Nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Freud, the wife, Cheryl. Okay, see? No? Christy.
How many wives have you had?
Come on up here, will you? Help me on that. All right, Christy, that's right, Christy. Did you go to your high school senior prom, Christy? No.
Oh.
This guy's pissed off, because he didn't go either, and he sort of likes you, I think. So. He's alone again. See, all these girls are staying home. All right. Do you remember the name of the young man with whom you had your first meaningful relationship? Yes, you do? Okay, I want you to concentrate on his name. Don't change your mind, okay? If it was more than one, just give it a name for the whole gang, okay? Even you recognize that was in bad taste. Yeah, me too. As I said it, I thought. No? All right, think of the name, okay? I think I have it. I've written my prediction on this sheet of paper. Again, I'll fold it up. Again, I'll place it over here out of harm's way. Now, for the first time, Christy, please announce to everybody the name of that young man. Kevin, that's correct. Okay. Now, Brad. Well, it should be a combination of the first two questions, probably. Some person you know, that wouldn't be right, would it? Yeah, I was aware of the invitation. Brad, you do know your astrological sign, your zodiacal sign, assuming you were born on a single day. You know what it is? Concentrate on that sign. Don't change your mind, okay? I'm going to write my prediction on the sheet of paper. I think I have it. I've written my prediction on the sheet of paper. I'll fold it up. Again, place it over here out of harm's way. Now, for the first time, please, Brad, announce to everybody the name of that sign.
Just so happens I'm on the cusp of Cancer and Leo.
Two signs. So which are you? Are you one or the other, though?
Cancer.
You're the Cancer. So you're June 23rd?
No.
Oh, July. All right. Well, I thought I'd take a stab. When you get it right, it's very important, impressive. So we're calling that Cancer? Is that right? Cancer. The moon child. All right. Fine. Let's see how we did. We'll begin with the easiest one, the astrological sign. His astrological sign was Cancer. The sign which I predicted was his astrological sign. Ladies and gentlemen, the Greek sign for Cancer Back me on this, Brad, right? Yes, it is. Thank you so much. Some of you don't know Greek. Not my fault. Your favorite food? Pizza. The food which I predicted was your favorite food? Pizza. I really believe this, you wouldn't be applauding, you'd be on your knees, but... Christy! The name of the man you went to high school, you had your first meaningful relationship with him, Kevin. The name of the man predicted your first meaningful relationship with him, Kevin! Ho! Thank you. Please, just a magic trick. Had it been an actual miracle, you'd have been notified as to what to do.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was just a little bit of comedy by our headliner back in 1984, Mark Kornhauser out of Los Angeles. Well, tell you what, kind of an eclectic show. We had Perry Kurtz from the Erotic Ball. We had John Carfi from the Ice House. And just finishing things up, comic magician Mark Kornhauser. Hey, thanks for listening to this podcast. I hope you're telling your friends and family. Rate us if you get a chance. And next week, we'll be back with another great interview of a professional entertainer. All right? Thanks for listening. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, Your Host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.